I hope you're right.
So if Volron is the Lord of the Water Realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Hootle. We'll get through this.
Shion?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area is the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Volron treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Volron! Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest? My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life. I'm happy to see you. What the hell's that supposed to mean? A lonely watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life from your body myself. So all this, kidnapping Shield, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own satisfaction? To help pass the time? I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you. I've had it with your mad ramblings. I'm here to take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved! Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas. Well, I look forward to disappointing you. Double Demon Punch! Meteor! Inferno Punch! Be gone.
Eat this!
Explosive Ray!
Not in the group! Hurricane Strike! By the
Double
power
Demon
of
Punch!
this one!
Crumble!
Entertain me.
Not now, not ever! Double Demon Fang!
Switch to offense! Swallow down!
Double Demon Fang!
Igneous Discharge!
Eat
This
this!
one's mine! Sword!
Dragon Swarm!
On guard! Here!
Here. Inferno! Is this what real pain feels like?
You have to hold on!
Dragon Shell! Double Demon Fang! Stop!
Hurricane Strike!
Double Demon Fang!
He just won't stay still! If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this!
On guard!
Thanks! Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane Strike! Go in! Healing Circle!
Try harder!
Thanks,
No! Now! Did we get him?
He's open! Let's go!
Dragon Swarm!
Correction!
We're on a roll now!
Generator Blade!
Explosive Ring!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Is that it?
Here's the
Double
healing
Demon
arc!
Fang! The flame inside me!
What's he planning?
Damn it! It's too fast!
This looks bad. We've got to stop him!
Dragon Swarm!
Hear my call! Spread!
Double Demon
Here's
Fang!
evil! Here's control!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either!
Double Demon Fang! Try harder!
Here's evil!
Not yet!
This is over.
Double Demon Fang!
This one's
Double
mine!
Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight!
Hurricane Strike!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! I'm just getting started! Hurricane Strike! Eagle Drive! This one's mine!
Can't end here!
No!
Come on, Demon Fang! No! Can't end... Here! I owe you one!
Fists have got your name on them!
Try harder! My turn! You're finished!
My crown! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'll finish you here now!
First aid! Hurricane Strike! Glacial Spear! Here's Eagle!
Hurricane!
Freeze Lancer!
Now you see what I can do!
Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Far enough!
There, just like
Lay
that.
inside me! Yours to be let
This
free!
one's mine! I'm just getting started!
Dragon
Hurricane
Swarm!
Strike!
Burn it out! Inferno Punch!
Look sharp!
Dragon Swarm!
Now this is enjoyable.
First aid!
I owe you one!
There! Eat this!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll be along! This one's healing circle!
Double Demon Fang!
Arcane! This one's mine!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet. Die.
Double Demon Fang! I'm on it! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane Strike! Healing circle! Hurricane Strike!
Can't get out of this!
This one's mine!
Be
Back into
Take
the fray!
this!
Crescent move!
Double demon fang!
Radiant
Double
here!
demon fang!
I'll fix you up! Recover!
Now you see what I can do!
Double fist
Take
one's
this.
all mine! Ignite!
Healing
Swallow
circle!
dance!
I'll help
Dragon
you.
swarm!
Recover! Hurricane strike!
That's
Try this!
Dragon shell!
Explosive rage!
Leave the charges to me! Dragon shell!
You're finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
got him!
It's all over. Volron. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's... How can this be? If Alpin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are you?
How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only sovereign.
That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength.
Sin? You use people as traitors. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is for the weak. The powerful care only for domination. We never asked you to rule.
No one did.
What do I care of your wants? You are but a mote of dust in the light.
Alpin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants. Burn!
Tiger Blade! Healing
Leave!
power!
I owe you one. My turn. Lead this fight. Move it!
Great sword!
Double demon fang!
Tiger Blade! First swallow dance! Where are you going? Roll now! Here's a healing arc! First
I
aid!
really owe you one.
Dragon
Everything! Not on my watch! Oh, too shy to come over? Here, let that out, Spot. Round and pound! I'll smash you! Now I'm in
Dragon swarm!
Hurricane strike! I'll heal you all!
Storm!
Tectonic punch!
Unleash
I'll fix you up! I'm ready! Hurricane!
Double demon fang! Clear inside me yours to be let free! Here's my turn! You're done!
Let's freaking do it! Round and
Double
pound!
demon for this!
Here goes!
Unleash
Flame!
Dragon swarm!
Tiger Blade! First swallow
Dragon
dance!
swarm! Unleash Double demon fang!
Mega Ray! Glacial Fire! Tectonic punch! Burning punch!
No further!
Going in!
Take this!
He's too fast to keep up with! Then we'll take him together! Rinwell, follow my lead! Okay!
I'll provide cover!
I'll finish you here and now!
On guard!
Burn!
Here's a
Explosive
healing
ray!
arc! Hurricane
I owe you one. Dragon
This
Force!
one Come on! You have to hold on!
Double Demon Blast!
I'll bring you back from death to
Double
this.
Demon Blast!
Tiger Blade!
Here goes! Take this! There!
Wretched one! Now!
Bring you back
Everyone
from death
together!
to this. I'll do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
No,
take
this!
I'm not done!
Hurricane
I can't...
Here's forever!
Come and get it!
Here, let me help you. Ready!
Super Swallow Dance!
Going in!
Double Demon Blast!
He's about to attack!
Damn it! We need to stop him! Not today!
Come on, war now! Where are you going?
Proof of all others shall be vanished!
Dragon Swarm! Hunting left! Tiger Swallow Dance!
Try harder! Try harder!
Annihilation!
Eagle Drive! Come on, war!
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this? Double Demon Blast! Double Demon Blast! I can carve through armor! Can't move! Dragon Swarm! Raise everything!
Not in your dreams!
I'll tear you apart!
Aw, too shy to come. Here, let me help!
Inferno Punch! Dragon Swarm!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! To me!
Whirlwind Thunder Touch! Super Swallow Dance!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm out of ammo!
This one's all mine!
I know what you won't get.
Can't move!
Ready! I'll bring you back from death to
Eric!
this.
Dragon
What?
Swarm!
Let me
Tear!
condemn.
Here we go again!
See what's ahead?
Astro
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Let us rage
Double
against
Demon!
this!
Train harder!
In here!
Piss off!
This way!
Dragon
I'll
Swarm!
heal you all! Lightning orb!
Unleash lightning!
Stay! Thunderblade!
Dragon
Let me
Swarm!
condemn! Thunderblade! Illuminate Dragon Swarm!
Now I shall be the ruler of all things! Dragon Swarm!
You see what I can do! Where are you going? I'm on a roll now!
I generate everything!
Far enough!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
tear you apart! I owe you a sword! No further! Dragon Swarm! I'll finish you here and now!
Mega Ray!
Not
Here!
done!
Raging
Kneel
Cascade!
before your sovereign!
Gemini Aqua!
Dragon Swarm!
More for the South Tower!
Your life will stand here
Here!
to be let free!
Into the shadow! More for the South
Dragon
Tower!
Swarm!
Mega Ray! More for the South
Run!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renis Alma.
So, now we put Shionne's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shionne, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Cores!
Is that darkness? A Dark Master Core?
Renis Alma!
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Dahnan elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
く少しのリグレットと罪を包み込んで泣かないことを誓ったまま時は過ぎ痛む心に気がつかずに僕は一人になった記憶の中でずっと二人は生きてゆける君の声が今も胸に響くよそれは愛がさまよう限り君は少し泣いたあの時見えなかった
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Haros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegis hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renis Alma, the present and the past of 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it.
If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Dahnans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Dahnans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renis Alma. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegis. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay? We're so high up.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Or at any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No.
Then what's the...
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. These...
Oh, right. So you have your rations, and...
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them...
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up.
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations.
I'm guessing none of...
I was afraid. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their...
Are you saying...
Definitely.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders that...
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle? Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
calling out for us.
They could have some...
Well... Huh? Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, real.
Oh.
What? That's... yeah.
Yeah!
Oh?
All right!
I wasn't expecting to thank you for it.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good. La?
Thanks.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have... to spend so much? Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
We've reached our destination.
Hold on to your arc. Here I come!
Hurricane Form! Here and now! Power of water!
These ones can run rings around us.
Switch to offense! Ready and flaming meteor!
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound so high!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back.
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Hurricane Thrust!
It's in the sky and
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear!
That wielding art? Now I've seen everything!
Hurricane Thrust!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Hurricane Thrust!
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here.
Hurricane Thrust! My turn!
This one is mine!
Watch this.
Hurricane Fight!
Freeze laser!
You're finished!
Primed and ready!
Hurricane Thrust! We managed to pull through. An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm on it!
Double Demon Fire. Can't get out of this.
I'm on it!
Dragon
Freeze
Form!
laser!
Look sharp!
Take this!
Hear my call!
You're finished!
Glacial Shield! Here's evil!
Dragon
This way!
Double Demon!
Hurricane Flight! Super Swirl!
Take this!
Yeah.
Dragon Form!
Now I'm in the groove.
Let's
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Let's copy more dudes.
We managed to pull through.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Turbo Demon Fang!
I'm like bait to them.
Turbo Demon Fang!
On guard. Here, let me have it.
Prepare to be sealed!
Blaze on fire.
Turbo Demon Fang!
Lunar corruption. Tiger blade. Lion cowl.
Swallow Dance! Turbo Demon Fang!
No further!
Dragon Swarm!
Talon Storm!
Turbo Demon Fang! Turbo! Dragon Swarm! Burn it down!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Did it!
Yeah. Nice technique.
Rising
This
Falcon!
one's mine.
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Dragon Swarm! First
Blaze
strike!
on
You're
fire.
mine!
Hurricane. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. What a rush!
No choice! Double
This
Demon
one's
Fang!
mine. Your dreams. Talon Storm. Annihilation.
Watch this!
Dragon Swarm!
Bet that shell's hiding something
Turbo Demon
tasty.
Fang! Dragon Swarm! In an instant! Impact Block! We're in good form!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Torn up.
Dragon Swarm!
If they rush you, you gotta jump the cover, okay?
Do it! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more! My turn!
Into the
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
Dragon Shell!
On guard.
Radiant launch!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp.
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
Get lost.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Your wings won't save you from me.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Got fired!
I got this! Let him mark this
Hurricane
handle!
Thrust! Tear! All yours!
Mega Ray. Thunder.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Keep do it.
Tear!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Got a bad feeling about this one.
Me too. Better keep our distance.
We'll kick your ass later, buddy!
bad feelings on this. Hurricane Strike! Look sharp! Dragon
It's a duel here! Don't mind if I do.
I'm on a roll now!
Go for the weak point!
My head's spinning, just watch me!
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Hurricane Thrust! Now, while it's freely!
Take it down.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
On guard! Where are you going?
Hurricane Thrust! Ignite! Hurricane Thrust!
Igneous, discharge!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Here goes! Don't mind if I do.
Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Strike!
Here we go!
This one's
I'm a
mine!
healing arm.
Hurricane Thrust! How dare you
Denied!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Look sharp!
It's on!
Hurricane Strike! Talon
Hurricane
Hurricane!
Thrust! Tear! Inferno! Burn in hell!
Hurricane Strike!
Tear!
Right here!
Hurricane
I
Thrust!
got you!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Searing flame.
Reload!
You're finished!
Hurricane Strike! Go in!
Severing wind!
Tear you apart!
Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Strike!
Tear! Try harder!
This
No
one's
further!
primed and ready!
Hurricane Thrust!
Going in!
Tear! Hurricane
On
Thrust!
guard!
Soaring lightning!
Hurricane Strike!
Run you through! Move on! Crush!
Ready. Searing flame. Reload.
You're finished!
This one's mine! Hurricane Strike!
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Not my finest.
Come on! You have to hold on!
Dragon form!
Now where was I? Thanks, Shion.
Don't mind if I do.
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
On guard!
Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
I never miss!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Denied!
Tear! Burn!
On guard!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Ready and
Tear!
Look sharp!
Hurricane
Now you
Thrust!
see what I watch this.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! You're mine!
Now
I owe you one.
This one's mine!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Hurricane
Perhaps
Thrust!
now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Hurricane Thrust!
Appreciate the help!
Swallow
Look
there.
sharp! Hurricane Strike! Going in!
Not today!
Here, let me
Hurricane
help!
Thrust!
Eagle's on.
Going
Tear!
in!
Hurricane Thrust!
Tiger Blade!
Not on my watch.
Hurricane Strike!
Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine!
Swallow there!
Primed and going in!
You're mine!
Its defenses are down!
Hurricane Thrust! Tear!
Hurricane Strike!
Rise and go!
This one's mine!
Hear my call.
Hurricane
I
Thrust!
never miss.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Nothing gets by me!
Hurricane! Take this!
Better if you don't say.
Can't get out of this.
Hurricane Thrust! Burn! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Face it! Hurricane Thrust!
Here! Look sharp!
Eagle assault.
Look sharp!
Burn in hell! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear!
I'll smash you. I'm on hit.
Tear!
Here goes. First aid.
Hurricane Thrust!
Not on my watch.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Stay away from my friend!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
This is one tough cookie.
Not for much longer, he isn't.
Don't let up till it's all over.
This one's mine!
Now or never.
Ready to go! This one's mine!
Double Demon Fest!
Healing circle.
Look sharp!
I owe you one.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Focus your attack!
Eat dirt!
Ready to go!
Critical spear.
Hurricane Thrust!
Evil.
Burn!
Freeze blade.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Crumble! Tear! Hurricane
War
Thrust!
now!
Don't mind if I do.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Switch to offense!
Tear!
Armor won't save you.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Can't get out of this.
On expert coming through.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear!
Confiscating.
Hurricane Thrust!
Fled!
Inferno
Glacial
Punch!
Fire! I'll heal you all!
Hurricane
Mega
Thrust!
Rain!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That
I'll
training's
tear you
paying
apart.
off!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
Out of my way!
You all!
Double Demon Fang!
I'm on!
Healing
Dragon Form! Looks like you came to my rescue again.
We need to be careful. With the blazing sword, and with my thorns.
Shion.
Flying spree! Look at me, just sit still!
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
Watch this! No
Make it
right
rain!
here!
Dragon Swarm!
Flame of
You're finished!
Shattering! Radiation! Attack time!
Do it! Hurricane!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, then use the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing my move!
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Oh, right here! I got you!
In a bind?
Are those arms even natural?
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Prepare to be sealed, oh fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Smash to pieces!
Rising Falcon!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Dragon Shell! Round and pound!
Searing flame! Is it hot? Just back it out again!
In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance!
No armor stop me!
Remind me to stay on your side.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Out of my way!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Total Demon Fang!
Freeze Lancer!
Take this!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're big!
Shattering pieces! Attack! Going in!
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let them
I'm like bait to them!
I'm not done! We all yours!
Graviton Field!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Annihilate Meteor!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You were practically a blur. Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team.
Is that the Zugo we're looking for?
Right, here goes! Double Demon!
Too shy to come over!
Now you see what I can do! I'll finish you here and now!
Burn!
Make it way!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
All back in their defense!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Demon Fang!
Going in!
Take it!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. Over so soon?
Right, here goes!
They got me in a bind!
Hurricane Swarm!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's
Freeze
mine!
Lancer!
Watch this!
Arch Field!
Hurricane Strike!
Hear my
This
call!
one's mine!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
It's almost too
Now you
strong!
see what I can split it open!
Be my guest! Dragon
Here's a
Swarm!
healing arc!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Now I can let Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique! This one's mine!
Rising Strike!
Hurricane Strike!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Together, that wasn't even a problem.
There's the Zugo we were asked to handle.
Out of my way!
Dragon Swarm!
Go! I'm only getting started!
Hurricane Strike! This one's mine!
Take this!
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
This one's mine!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Soaring Light Spear! Come and face me! Double Demon Fang!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Water, hear my call!
Dragon shout!
Dragon Swarm!
Spread!
Going
Double
in!
Demon Fang!
Lock! I'll stop your movement!
and I'll stop your life!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Double demon fang!
Blade inside me, yours
I
to be
can
let
carve
free.
through armor!
Eat this! Dragon form!
Far enough! Burning
Double demon fang! I'm surrounded!
No further!
Laser! Here goes! Frozen Toe!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Dragon form!
Storm!
Hurricane
Double kill! Dragon form! Take this! Dragon form!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey. Pardon me?
What the hell? Do you guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Danins from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volrun soldiers. Watch yourself. Here, I'm gone. Hurricane Strike! Where are you going?
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me
No
go!
kill! I owe you here. Rob.
Hurricane Strike!
Dragon form! Now I'm real mad!
I'll heal you all!
It's over!
Healing circle!
In an instant! Impact block!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renin higher-up. Not me personally.
Well, either way,
Solve the problem, and that's what counts.
I've talked to this.
I know Renans.
I only managed. Considering we had.
But if they do...
Indeed.
Meaning there's still a...
Yes. I just hate that we had to use...
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and...
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganath Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dahna.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil,
It's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
Think about it. Thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy...
Yeah!
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganath Haros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shionne?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Yeah! Yeah!
What's gotten into him?
He's... Instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hootle sign.
No, alright. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That... why we have to find her.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect.
Oh?
What?
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning.
Yeah. What?
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
Yes.
What?
I'm sorry.
Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other. Right? However you managed it, you knocked...
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding. So we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almeidrea killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our... What?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is... transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balseph, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.